Hey Facebook, happy hump day. It is hump day Wednesday. Hope you're having a great week. Hey guys, man, this was one of those days, man. I don't know if you've ever had them, but this was one of those days where I worked much later than I intended to work, came home, and the last thing I felt like doing was getting out there and getting it in. Last thing I felt like doing. Seemed darker than normal, seemed colder than normal. And everything was telling me, man, just sit down and cut some Netflix on, take a well-deserved day of rest. Just take a day off. Who cares? Nobody's looking. You're not doing it for a trophy. You're not doing it for a title. There's nobody there but you. And then I was sitting there, and then I started to think about other people. And I do this quite often when I call that the monkey chatter. When that type of thought starts to invade and take over, I actually started to think about, there's somebody else today that can't make the choice to go out there and try to better themselves. They're working their third job for the day, just trying to make it happen, just trying to make ends meet. There's somebody else out there today that got a phone call, and in 1 minute of that phone call, their whole world came crashing down. There are countless numbers of people, too sad a number to even know, that are right now sitting around this world looking at their family wondering how they're going to feed them, what they're going to tell them. And then when I started to think about these things, I'm overcome by emotion just to do the uncomfortable. And it's not motivation. It's more like shame. I'm embarrassed to be the guy, to not do the uncomfortable thing simply because it's uncomfortable. I get embarrassed to use that as an excuse to break a promise to myself. I just get embarrassed. And then the next thing I know, I'm dressed, and the next thing you know, I'm out in the class of night school running down the road. And an hour later, when it's all done, and I can push the go live button and talk to you, you know how I feel? Grateful. I feel grateful. I feel grateful to be able to make the choice to do the uncomfortable because it is uncomfortable, but it's something I know I need to do. I feel grateful to be able to make the choice to do it when there is no audience. There is no judge, there is no trophy, there is no title, and there's nobody else here but me to know if I kept the promise to myself or not. I feel grateful that I stepped up to the challenge of the better me. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. For those of you keeping track of my antics, I'm halfway through week 10. 2 more weeks to go, and I'm done with this thing. And many people that remember when I started this thing and I said, hey, 3 months from now, I'm going to be celebrating the end of my body transformation workout challenge. You should join it with me. A lot of people had that little voice in their head that said, wow, I should do that. And they didn't. And now if they had, they would only have 2.5 weeks left to go as well. You know what I think I'm going to do to celebrate when I'm done? Pancakes. I'm thinking pancakes. All right, guys, just wanted to ramble a little bit. It's night school. It's dark out. It's night, but that's appropriate. As am I.